Hey guys.
How's it going?
Hello. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm exhausted. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Balancing. I'm trying to balance a lot of different things in my life right now, especially with school, and I'm getting tired, but I'm still alive, so I'm all good. How are you?
Doing well, doing well.
Yeah. Were you able to find anything on this whole subject of
I sort of didn't understand it, so my example's pretty lame, I think, but I don't know. I sort of didn't understand it really.
Yeah, it was about trying to find what was it? They called it
Regulation D.
Regulation D. That's right.
Yeah, I had to look up a bunch of different things online to figure it out.
D as in dumb.
I looked for example after example after example, and it just said the same thing. It's something about purchasing capital without having to, I guess, get screwed over by the SEC or something like that.
For what I found, and I did a little bit of digging on my end, from what I understand, I went to the SEC.gov, and I guess the way it works is it's exemptions for registration requirements, allowing companies to offer and sell their securities without having to register with the SEC. And then there's 3 different rules within Regulation D. There's Rule 504, Rule 505, and Rule 506.
Okay.
Within those 3 rules, there are categories that they have to meet in order to qualify for that particular exemption.
Okay.
That being said, in terms of an example, the easiest one that I could think of, and thankfully this week it didn't say anything about the New York Times, so
yeah,
I'm hanging it. But essentially, having Regulation D exemptions offer private companies or entrepreneurs, or I guess a private company being like a startup company, companies or entrepreneurs, they benefit from it because it allows them to obtain their funding quicker, and they don't have to have the same costs that are associated with an IPO.
Okay.
Oh, so my example's totally off then, if that's true.
Yeah, mine would be as well. Garrett, did you have anything?
Yeah, I think mine was along those lines.
I mean, I've looked that up. I have it pulled up here on the SEC.gov, and then if you go to Investopedia, where they define different definitions, and you kind of look around, I mean, I looked through probably 12 different links from the SEC, and then a couple of other ones where that seems to be the answer, which if you read through the actual rules, the 504 to 6, it's kind of what it sounds like. Because if you read 506 especially, let's see, or that was not the one I wanted. Oh, yeah, no, 506. So, company may sell its securities to an unlimited number of investors, quote unquote. Companies must decide on what information to give the investors, so long as it does not violate fraud things. Company must be able to answer any questions by prospective purchasers and the financial requirements, which are in 505. So 504 is kind of a different set. 505 is more of the financial set. And then 506 is more for like startups, I guess, it seems like.
Okay. So the rules are 504, 505, and 506?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Here, let me make this a little easy just for kicks and giggles. I'm going to grab this, and where is the... There you guys are. In the chat box on the right, there's the link right there.
Okay.
And that is the government website. Welcome to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. And then if you read that, it kind of explains a little bit about what it is. And
Okay.
if you read right there, it says Regulation D contains 3 rules providing exemptions from the registration requirements, allowing companies to offer and sell their securities without having to register. Well, if you think about it, without really even looking into the rules, why would that benefit people? Why would you not want to register with the SEC? And if you look at the very last paragraph, for more about Regulation D offerings as an investor, see our investor bulletin. And it makes sense that by avoiding having to register that, it speeds the process up
Yeah.
and it doesn't put as many limitations on you.
Yeah, it talks about having registration requirements, common exemptions, and stuff like that. So for a small business, that can be really hard to actually deal with.
So that's just the quote unquote example. So the question I think specifically was, oh crap, I copy pasted and I lost my thing. What was the formal question?
Just
Give an example of a Regulation D situation.
So then an easy example for that, I feel like, would be, you have a startup company that's looking to get rocking and rolling. Give an example of an exempt securities offering. I feel like to some degree that involves actual numbers, like, oh, we offer this much. I don't know how much that would be or what an example of that would be, but all you'd have to do is, Bob, Mark, or John want to start a business together or something like that. Because of their status as a startup company or an entrepreneur or whatever you want to call them, as their status, they are able to qualify for these exemptions via rule whatever, and therefore they can do it or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then the test question could be something to the effect of, what's the purpose of an exemption D offering or whatever it is.
Okay.
And then we just explain what we just talked about just now is, well, it allows companies to get started quicker. They don't have to deal with IPOs. Life's good.
Okay.
But if you guys want to give me just a minute, I need to use the restroom, so I'm going to mute my mic, and I'll be back in just a moment.
Okay. Okay, guys. So I'm getting started on here. So I put on here on the actual assignment board. It says, that's the wrong spot. Copy. Paste. Okay, so along those lines, we have a startup company that wants to qualify for certain securities and gain capital without being too limited. Do you want to come up with a certain business, like I don't know, a pawn shop or a restaurant or something? Should we actually tell what we're doing?
Do you want me to post my example and see if you want to pull some stuff from that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Simplify shares of stock from a small startup company.
That looks right? I mean, that's the definition, huh?
Okay. Yeah, let's just do that.
I mean, maybe we could cut some stuff out of it and create it into a question.
Yeah, we do need to also explain the example.
I guess it doesn't post the example in the questions on the test anyways.
Yeah. Let's see here. All right. Hence. Does that sound good so far, what I got?
Yeah,
But-
I think that's perfect.
Okay.
So what do we have? Should we make an easy question? What does this? Is this an example of a regulation B or?
We could do something like this.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. Should we change it up so that it doesn't look exactly like the example, or is this fine?
I mean that example is sort of part of the question, right? I guess. I don't know.
You know what? It's fine. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking too much, which is common for me. So I overthink all the time. All right. That's why those people probably love me in the other group I'm in. Let's see here. Because John's insurance company has assets over 5.
Is it because the amount of assets is why it's considered regulation B, right? Which I think is by the definition, right? Exceeds over the-
Yeah, if it has total assets more than $5 million.
Yeah, right.
And then if it's an individual, they have to have a net worth of $1 million or an income of 200,000 a year.
Yeah. The problem is finding wrong metric.
So the answer to the question why the offering does not have to be registered is because it's over 5 million.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
assets is so.
If it was like if the company was smaller and they were trying to buy shares from the startup, they wouldn't be able to without being regulated, I guess.
Okay, so if they only offered 1 million, it would not work then.
Yeah, if they only had 1 million in assets, I guess I think what I read is that the SEC wants to make sure that the business is big enough where they know how to do things like buying and selling shares on their own and they don't have to be regulated.
Okay.
But if they're too small a company, then they probably don't know how to do it properly, I guess.
Okay, so let me see if I can find the wrong answer.
Hey guys, I'm back. All right, let's take a look. $5 million interested buying shares of stock from small startup company. All right, what do you guys think? Looks good.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, me too.
And for what it is, like, I don't think any one of us came into this with a whole lot of clarity on the subject. And even then, it's still kind of ambiguous.
Yeah, like, and plus my brain is turned off anyway right now. But
Yeah, so is mine.
yeah, I'm all right with it. And then if he wants to mark a few points off, I think that's fine. I don't think it's going to do bad. I think it's going to be just fine.
I think it'll be good.
So, all right, cool.
All right, guys, good job. Good work.
All right, I'll go ahead and.
Are we having a meeting next week, or is we doing that after Thanksgiving, I'm assuming?
No, there's nothing next week.
Beautiful.
Oh, there isn't?
No, it's Thanksgiving.
That last
Yeah,
announcement.
giving us a break.
Hallelujah.
Oh,
Wait, a break in law class? What?
Yeah.
Blasphemy.
We don't have to do a case either.
Oh, hallelujah.
Yeah, well, I wish that's how it was for my other class. We have no break whatsoever, but this one we do. So cool.
All right, we'll catch you guys after Thanksgiving. Enjoy your families and holidays and stuffing your faces and whatnot.
All righty, you too.
All right.
Take care, guys.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye.